The reported discrepancy involving Melody Maker and the Seattle Police Department remains one of the most compelling lost details of the Kurt Cobain investigation. Shortly after Kurt's death, reports surfaced citing SPD spokesperson Vinette Tichy, confirming that Kurt had made contact with police on April 2nd, 1994. This date is a massive black hole in the official timeline, sitting right between his escape from rehab and the discovery of his body. While no formal incident report for that day was ever included in the final case files, the theory suggests Kurt may have called to report his tires being slashed, an act Courtney Love admitted to doing on March 25th, which maybe he would not have known about yet, or a burglary at his home. This aligns perfectly with the testimony of the taxi driver who drove someone from his house to buy shotgun shells on April 2nd. The driver stated that person claimed that they needed shotgun shells for protection because the house had just been broken into. If this police contact actually occurred, it paints Kurt as a man acting in a victim capacity, seeking state protection and securing his property, rather than someone in a state of total suicidal withdrawal. The fact that the SPD later distanced itself from these early statements and left the April 2nd log empty in the case files has led many to believe the report was suppressed because it fundamentally contradicts the narrative of a missing man who had already given up on life. Now, I should point out that the person who, in the early report, who got a ride from the taxi to go get the shotgun shells, there's a discrepancy where one report stated it to be Kurt and the other report stated it to be someone who did not look like Kurt. So there's a discrepancy even there. But it does make you wonder, did the Seattle Police Department cover up the fact that Kurt had contacted them looking for help, thinking he had been burglarized when he came home and found that his tires had all been slashed on his car, and maybe the people that were at the house didn't want to admit to being involved, or maybe Courtney really did do that independently earlier. But that would mean that during the time when everyone thinks he's missing, the police have actually made contact with him, and something was said, and we don't know what that is, and there has to be a reason why we don't know what that is. So do you guys think, should more effort go into finding out what happened with that report, and should they reopen the case and investigate connections anyone might have had to potentially this being a homicide?